Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Right now we'll be showing you how to draw a survey plan with your Archicad. After you design a building, or even before you design, you have to know the land measurement and place it correctly in the Archicad. And when it comes to an accurate land measurement, it has bearing and distances, not just only distance. So the lines are not always at 90 degrees, so therefore you have to draw it accurately. So to draw it accurately, you have to actually use angles and bearings. So right now I'll be using Cadimage to do that as quickly as possible. You can see the survey plan already on the screen. We're going to reproduce the survey plan exactly as it is, both in bearing and distances. So we'll start by coming to line. So I'll click on line, double click, select the line I want. So I'm going to make it of a boundary line, which is dash and dash. I'll make it of this line. I will change the thickness because the boundary line. I'll make it to be very big, or bold rather, 1.5 mm. I think you should know how to create this other pen width. If you don't know how to create it, check back our former YouTube videos to learn how to create more and thicker pen width. So I'll take that. So this is just what I will do here on lines, and I'll click OK. Remember, I made it a boundary line and I increased the thickness. So I'll click OK. So I come back to Cadimage, site and massing, site plus massing. I'll click on survey boundary lines. So I click on survey boundary lines and I'll click it, then just click anywhere on my screen and this will show. So from this thing you can see bearing and length. So you can see over here, this bearing, this length, and I will start inserting the bearing and the length, or the bearing and the distances from the survey plan. So let's start from the area of that is written proposed road. So let's start from the one that has 051 degrees 54 minutes and 45.50 meters. So we're going to write 051. So the degrees becomes points 54 minutes. Then I'll come down to the length, and this is 45.50 meters. Our distances are measured in millimeters, so we'll make it 45.50 mm. So I'll click on add. So you can see the line has come out from that direction. You can see it clearly. So move over. So we're going clockwise. We'll move over to the next one. We're going clockwise. We'll move over to the next one, which is 131.51. Distance is 18.60. So remember, it's going to be in millimeter, so 18,600. So click on add. That's come up. So move over to the next one, which is 235.20 and 42,480 because it's a millimeter. So click on add. Then the last lap is now 300.00. The length is now 17,000. So click on add. And this area actually is the last one. We can just immediately click on finish rather than add. So if I made a mistake, maybe my bearing or distances, why drawing this survey plan, I can make use of flip. So it's kind of flip over to the other side. Flip means to flip over to the other side. Why add means to flip over to the other side. Hope we're getting it. So, but when it comes to the next one, you can just click on finish. It's now finish over to the last side. So we can now delete this. So we can delete this using our control key to trim. So this is now the survey plan. This is now the survey plan, as you can see from the image, and also compare it. So you can actually get this done using Archicad just like that. So Cadimage is one of the simpler ways of reproducing your survey plan, one of the simpler ways of reproducing your survey plan. It makes it very simple. It makes it very, very simple. We have already seen in our former video where we use Cadimage on our roofing. Now this is another useful tool in Cadimage. So it helps us to reproduce our survey plan very, very easy without any form of delay or whatsoever. So since I've drawn my survey plan, then the next thing I might now do is to place all these things, and I'm done. So let's just reproduce the survey plan to the end. Let's place the roads, place the beacons, and what have you. So the road had an offset, so you can assume the offset to be 900. So to easily get this to be accurate, you can just extend this line over here, then you can now draw 900. Let's assume the offset is 900. So we have gotten the offset, so we can extend this line again as shown in the survey plan. Then we can now trim. Okay, let's also offset if the road is a 6-meter road. Ctrl Shift D to duplicate a copy. Let's assume the road is a 6-meter road, so 6,000 mm. So we can now trim this and trim this. So I've gotten the road in this direction, so let's get the road in this direction now. So I can also extend this line to help us to be straight using offset of 900. And let's assume the road is 6-meter road, so it's going to be 6,000. So I've gotten the road in that direction. Ctrl Z. Okay. Okay, so right now we are done placing the road. Now remember, this road should not be as thick as the boundary line, and also it should not have the same line shape as the boundary line. You know, when you click on through line weight, it shows you the exact weight of the boundary line. So right now we're going to leave it at true line weight, not the exact weight. So first of all, we're going to change this type of lines to a short dash line, so like this, so dash line, and can also reduce the pen weight to something like this, so it looks more accurate. Okay, we're also going to go back to line. You know, this is an architectural way of drawing right now, so we're going to make everything look architecture. So we're going to go back to pen 1 to create a continuous kind of thing here. So this shows this road is continuous, so you can duplicate it with Ctrl Shift D over to this side. And duplicate it also over to this side. Alright, so you can also insert boundaries. You can insert boundaries by coming to line again, making a box of around let's say 900 by 900, then maybe making a circle in the box too, of 450 radius, so it can lap perfectly well on the box. Okay, this is just for adding up those boundaries, those survey beacons. So I can change the thickness to something like this. I can also use fill to make it black, fill to make it look something like this. So I can now bring it over to the 4 edges of this. So can move multiple copies, the 4 edges of the boundaries. So I'll place one here again, place one here, and place one here. You don't draw the, this, what I'm actually doing now is site plan. So you don't really draw your site plan as how your survey plan should be. What we just need from the survey plan is just the distance and the bearing of the land, and also shows the elevation of the road. So for us, this is how a site plan should be drawn if you're actually going to do an architectural drawing. So this is how a site plan should be drawn. And also in your site plan, you can also add these you can add all these, you can add all the survey beacon number, rather you can add it to your site plan, which is SC/IMAH 4772. I can make this, I can make what I've written. Okay, I'm going to write it again, SC/IMAH 4772. So SC/IMAH 4772. So these two. So we can actually make this to be a little bit smaller, maybe 400. Okay, is now okay. It's now very big. It's now very small. So we can just increase it using this resize to just suit what we want, the size. So I think something like this to make it visible. I can bring it to the 4 edge. You can also change the color also to black over here. Okay, Control E to rotate. Okay, it refused to get rotated. So let's see. Okay, it's actually fixed not to rotate. So right now it's rotating. So if you refuse to rotate, just come here and unlock it. So we have placed this particular one here. So let's bring it a little bit down, or we can adjust this not to rather have effect on the text. So I can make this longer. So I'm just writing this. These are called survey beacon numbers. They are written on the beacons after the survey has been made. So I can add this one here. So this is 3. This is 4773. Why this is 4774. Why this is the last one, or even called the first one, because this is 4771. So I've written the survey beacon numbers. So one thing I can write again is the proposed road and everything here. So I can write the proposed road. So I can use this to make reference. So proposed and road. Ctrl E to rotate. So this is proposed road. So Ctrl E. So just make it a little bit distant, but should be on the same line. So you can also bring it to this other direction. Ctrl Shift D. Okay, so we have successfully placed the proposed road rather. So the next thing we can now do to be very fast is I'm just trying to just draft out a very small site plan. So we can actually stop here, because the purpose of this video is to show you how to redraw a survey plan in your Archicad, how to redraw the survey plan accurately. Okay, so I've actually achieved that. So I'm just trying to just finish up maybe with a site plan. So this, I've already done the design, so let me just place the building in the site plan. So let me just place the building to see how it fits. Just duplicate this, bring it close. So use my marquee to remove all that is not needed. So because in the site plan we make use of lines, so I can just come here and mark all this. So I have grid, I'll highlight the grid. Okay, I don't really have grid. What I have is section. So I'll come back to document. I have dimensions in this place. I think I have text. So I want to delete almost all this I don't need. So I'll come over to here. I have object to design. I have objects in that design. I have doors. I have windows. I might have stairs. I have slabs. So I'm going to delete all I don't need in that design. So let me delete and see what is left. So what is left is morph. So I have morph and I have lamp. So, and section, I have section in this design too. So I'll delete the viewpoints, delete anyway. So why I left only the wall is the wall is going to be a reference point. I'll make use of line and make it on chained line, and also increase this to 0.3, but to 3.0. In a site plan, in an architectural site plan, the one of the thickest, or if not the thickest pen weight in the site plan is usually the shape of the building. It's actually the shape of the building. So then maybe followed by the boundary line, and then other things, and then the floor is going to be the last, or the least of them all. So I'm going to use the thickest. For my boundary line, which is the one we use to draw the survey plan, we make use of 1.5 thickness pen weight. So right now I'm making use of 3.0 pen weight. So I'm done with I'm done redrawing the shape of the line. So I'll go back to marquee to just only delete the wall. So I'll click on wall, Ctrl A and delete. So I've gotten the shape of my building. This is the frontage. So I'm going to bring this over here. So because I want to make it to be the gate, so just place this here, rotate it, Ctrl E. So this is how the building should be placed. So I can now bring this over here and align it, Ctrl E. I'm going to align this to this to make sure it's straight. So this is how the building will be placed. So let me get an offset of the boundary offset. So let me make this a little bit smaller, maybe 300. So this is can actually move this a little bit back based on what the client wants actually. So you can move it a little bit back. So there should be space actually at the backyard of the building and enough space in the front also. So let me actually add a gate to this design. So let's also use of this chain line and add the gates quickly. So here's how a gate is designed in architecture. So just add the gates to the design. Wow, so we can actually duplicate this maybe to add as a pillar for the gate. So we can put one here too. And then we trim this off and trim this off. Then delete this little one here. So we've successfully placed the gate. So any cars coming over will just come over and maybe have a car park seated around this area. So but in architectural format, notice is actually made have hash lines with the proposed building written on it. So we can come over to fill, change this to a hash line, so something like a face break, and place this over here like this. So and also duplicate this also. So the proposed building, and to make this perfectly straight. Okay, so we're going to change this to proposed building. So this is the building in the site plan. So we can actually the hash line should not be crossing the building. So we can come back to fill again. Come back to fill. Make this to be empty fill, and also unclick this contour line should not show. Yeah, should not show. So we can now come over there and cover the entire building. So we have gotten what we want. So let's click on true line weight to see the beauty of line. So you can see that this thing is actually very thick based on the pen weight we use. So we're going to reduce this pen weight to this. Reproduce the survey plan, or almost finish up with the site plan. So what is just left is just to dimension this site plan from this boundary to this boundary, from this boundary to this boundary. Just dimension the site plan. Maybe place something like a car park area, maybe green area. We'll write the distance between this point to this point. So we're going to have our own architectural dimensioning of the survey of the boundary dimension. We don't need to add bearing, just only the dimension of this point to this point. So these are just the basic things you can just do by yourself. So if you have a question, you can actually reach out to me, and endeavor to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube video.